This week's Shipyard Champions is by Lost Galaxy Gamer, and it's called Fleet D-D-D-D-DUEL. Alright, Admirals, it's time to D-D-D-D-DUEL! My mouse wasn't there. There we go. D-D-D-D-DUEL! And we jump straight into restrictions. Apparently we are making a fleet of maximum 200,000 tons. No Picric Acid. It must have a maximum fleet size of 20 ships. No peeking at the other ships, and the fleet that we send in must be the one that we use for the duel. Then we declare a duel. We've already done this. I declared a duel on Ulairi because he destroyed my ship, or well, his battle cruisers that I fought against absolutely decimated me, so I decided that it's time to get some payback. So he picked the ships, not the ship, the range. He picked 25k, daytime and overcast weather, and he also chose the Empire of Japan for his own little fleet. So to win a battle is 20 points, and if the fleet that I send also wins, that is an additional 20 points. For every empty ship spot, so there's 20 ship spots in total, is 1 extra point. If we win, only if we win. If we don't win, no points. So if I go into battle with 5 ships, we get an extra 15 bonus points. And the same is for however many I send to... Well, no, actually, no, it's double for how much I send. So how many that I use gives me 1 extra point for every spare slot, and it's 2 points for every spare slot in what I send to Ulairi to fight. So 5 ships, I get 30 points instead. That I do have to win though. And we get an extra 20 points if we leave these ships that we have on AI control. We can mess with the orders at the start before the battle begins, obviously, to make things follow, dodge, screen, blah blah, but then we have to turn on AI control and not touch it from there. The only thing we're allowed to touch is we can smoke up our ships if we need to, and we can also mess with the speed if AI ships start ramming each other like last week. I don't know if you saw Polyworld's engagement with my fleet, but my ships definitely did not use their guns to damage the ship, let's just say that. And then a tie just means that whoever's the least amount of ships wins, and that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and switch over to Dreadnoughts. So Ulairi has chosen 1914, overcast day, 2 battleships, 4 battle cruisers, 3 heavy cruisers, 4 light cruisers, and 6 destroyers. And I, my friends, am only using a single battleship type. Well, 5 battleships in total, but I think I'll just jump right into this and show you exactly what it looks like. Here is BroSilly's experiment. Isn't it just so beautiful? So it's quite a few 12 13-inch guns, which doesn't sound like a lot, but since they're all single barrel, they're extremely accurate. Like at about 15 kilometers, which is probably the furthest range we'll have since overcast makes it hard to see people, is 1.5 to 3% with AP. And my friends, we have increased AP, so we will be firing mostly AP. You may be wondering, you don't have any secondaries. What are you gonna do against any destroyers or light cruisers? And let me tell you, these things work just as well against destroyers. As soon as any destroyer gets revealed, boom, gone. Instantly disintegrated, like 22,000 damage, flooding, and it's dead instantly. It's not the perfect ship, but I've recently decided, hey, maybe instead of always trying to be the speed fiend that I'm always, I ditch the speed and make it a slow ship. Make it an extremely armored ship. So 1914, 16 inches of belt, not a lot of fore and aft belt because that's basically it. There's not a whole lot of fore and aft belt I have to worry about, same for deck. So yeah, it's mostly main belt, main deck, a bit of superstructure, that's fine. And I get 5 whole battleships. It's quite impressive. Let's go ahead and launch. Alright, so for this battle, since I'm actually extremely confident in my battleship and its capabilities, I will be staying on AI control. So I'm gonna click start and pause. We don't see the enemy, that's perfect. I do want these guys all to be a part of one big division. I'm gonna have them follow, and that's not exactly what I wanted to happen. Also, I will say, since I am going to be leaving these guys on AI control, I will be... That's not what I wanted to happen. I will not be talking as much since I won't have as much to input. I mean, I'll talk a little bit, but I'll turn off those commands, put on AI control, max out the speed, and then I don't think I'm allowed to touch the shell type. I'm going to consider that a no-no, so tight, ahead formation, everyone is following correctly now, and times 30 speed. So, here's the BroSilly experiment. We've already been spotted, that's fine. I want to watch all of these guns go off at once as soon as we spot the enemy battleship. There, we spotted the enemy battleship. Let's check her out. Okay, 13.3-inch guns. She does look very fast, at least in the way that she glides through the water. So I'm guessing my guess was correct. I guessed that since he was going Japanese, he was going to make some speedy boys. I mean, I'm sure they're going to be slower than they were last time. 33 knots for a battlecruiser was pretty insane for like 1910 or something. But I'm sure these guys still have like 20, 25, 26 knots. We don't do a ton of damage, but we do have a lot of penetration because we have cap ballistic and heavy shell. So eventually we're gonna... There we go. That's an ammo detonation. I don't know if that was a pen. Main deck ammo detonation. Damaging funnel. Eventually we'll start getting some beautiful penetrations. You'll see how much... There we go. There's some great penetrations right there. That's exactly what happens when we finally get a pen. That ship's gonna go ahead and just turn away. You know, I did say I was going to talk less, and here I am talking just as much as I was normally. Yeah, that poor ship's already nearly dead. Well, they must have, oh yeah, ammo detonation issues. Yeah, that turret's glitching. That ship's dead. This ship's taking a ton of damage. We have spotted, I think these are heavy cruisers. Dang, already a bunch of flooding. Now, I just want to show you how quickly these ships will, yeah, there's one basically dead immediately. Now, these heavy cruisers, they probably won't die immediately, but a couple of good hits and it's pretty much over. We're gonna fire at the actual right ship. We're gonna fire at the ship behind it. This poor ship, oh my goodness, oh, it's so dead. And yeah, I actually don't care if this thing torpedoes me, because I put so much torpedo protection on it that even if it does, which it has torpedoed, my ship here, that's one torpedo hit. Look at that. Look at that. No damn. If it does get rammed, though, I'm going to be a little pissed. Please do not ram. I can't change. I probably should have put on avoid. This thing's about to ram that. Oh, well. No, it's so much ram damage. Oh, is this ship going to ram it as well? Oh, no. BroSilly's experiment is now just going to go to the back of the pack. Okay. Yeah, so wherever these destroyers are... Eventually we'll find a destroyer, and it won't be so well off, trust me. I'm assuming this is the... No, that's still a battleship. Oh shoot, yeah, all my ships are ramming the dead ship. Oh shoot. There's the whole strategy right there. Just ramming the dead battleships. Ridiculous. We haven't taken too much damage so far though. This thing had... Let me find one that's not going to sink immediately. I haven't even identified it yet. Whoops. Oh well. So in terms of sinking, we almost sank a battleship. Yeah, this one's nearly dead. The destroyers are not doing their job. They're sitting back here doing absolutely nothing. I'm assuming they're screening this ship, which is why they're not actually doing anything useful. But I have tested it. Even a destroyer rush of like up to 12 destroyers still can do absolutely nothing against these ships. Unfortunately, we are firing a lot of HE, which is not at all what's supposed to be happening. It's actually not at all what these ships were built for. They're the destroyers, though. I think they're finally starting to rush. Or no, these are like cruisers. These aren't even the destroyers. There's the destroyers. These guys are going to drop a couple of... Oh, yeah, okay. That's, yeah. Like I said, I'm not worried about destroyers. We didn't need secondaries if our main guns were actually... Yep, okay. See? Why worry about secondary guns when I can just shoot them with the main guns? Okay, so we do have a lot of torpedoes over here. I'm assuming we're going to take a couple torpedo hits. That's 3 torpedo hits. And look at the damage. We're at 91%. We didn't even lose 10% structural. There are a couple more torpedoes coming in, but I've tested these ships out. They can take up to about 8 torpedoes before fully submerging. So the only thing that might happen is if we get hit by a torpedo and there's an ammo detonation. That is the worst case scenario. This guy's about to get hit by a 4th torpedo. He's taking most of the torpedo hits, but he's already turning away, so that's most of the torpedoes already dealt with. Who's the lead now? The Lorraine? Yeah, we've already sank most of the ships. All their screens are pretty much dead. This light cruiser's still alive, but probably not for long. It's a scout cruiser, so I'm assuming it's got 27 to maybe even 32 knots of speed. There are, oh my god, so many torpedoes. And a bunch of them missed, but Paris has taken 4 torpedo hits. It does not look terrible. They repair pretty quickly, which is surprising. You've taken 4 torpedo hits. You flooded out a lot, but structural integrity is fine. Lorraine's taken like no damage. D-D-D-DUEL is doing alright, and BroSilly's experiment's been hit by a torpedo once. So overall, doing pretty good. This light cruiser is about to get exploded. You can tell because some of these ships are targeting it, and we have pretty good accuracy. As you can tell, 8%, 11%. Well, you know, when we're not target locking on anything. Hopefully soon enough we'll run out of HE. Yeah, we're running out of HE on the main centerline turret, so then we can start firing AP and actually do damage to these ships, which aren't moving. Oh, you know what? I bet they're all following this ship here. Oh my, that poor battleship. Battleship? Are you battleship? I can't check the guns anymore after it sinks. I'm assuming that was a battleship though. Where are your battle cruisers? Oh, they both just sank. I won't be able to see. It looks like, comparing gun sizes, they had also 13s. Maybe even like 13.5s or something. Not that it really matters. Yeah, but these ships that I've built is they are pretty OP. It's the first time I've ever spammed single barrels on a battleship before. Normally I like just put like doubles and triples, but this is impressive. Because it may, like, overall, we're only firing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, that's just 3 triples, basically. But in comparison, the accuracy is so much better, and therefore we get so many more hits, plus the penetration, it can be better. It's quite nice, honestly. Plus our main belt is way bigger, so it makes penetrating our ships a lot harder. I don't suppose we've identified any of these ships yet. I think we've sank all their screens now. There's maybe one light cruiser left, but I can't click on it. And this heavy cruiser is sinking into the abyss. Rip, or is that a battleship? Actually, it might have been a battleship. Oh, that ship's dead. It's not looking great for the Japanese Navy. Let me just say that right now. Oh yeah, now they're targeting this ship. Oh jeez. All these ships are getting... oh, see now, look at the speed. If these ships weren't following the slow ship, they would have been so much harder to hit, but the AI loves to put them all following the slowest ship at all times, so unfortunately the speed is not going to save you, Ulairi. I can tell these ships are going to be pretty fast, but it will not save you. I'm trying to identify at least one of these ships before they all sink, but it looks like we might not even have that chance. Jeez, and our ships are still looking perfectly fine. We've finally run out of HE ammo, so now that's why we're getting so much damage, because we're firing AP, which is what we're supposed to be shooting anyways. Still some HE shells, but mostly AP. Another ship dead. Please identify just one of these ships. This ship's gonna die first. Just identify one single ship before the whole thing's over. My ships are just too much for it to handle. Okay, boom. 5 inchers, which would have been nice if it was against anything that wasn't a battleship, but it's only battleships, so those 5 inchers are useless. 13.3's penetration. Oh, your penetration is garbage. In comparison, looking at the Picric, my penetration at 15 kilometers, though we are within, we're at 12, so we'll look at 12.5 kilometers. 17.7 inches of armor. Now if we look at the battle cruisers, they have a penetration of 7.6 inches. I'm assuming... Oh, these are all battle cruisers. Oh, wait, no, okay. Here's a battleship over here. It has the same exact armament, though it can pen 18.3 inches, so it does pen a lot. However, only 12 inches of main belt gets you absolutely destroyed. Then you only have 10 inches of main belt, so yeah. My 16 inches... Have I even been penned once? No. The Lorraine has not been penned. The Terrible has not been penned. BroSilly's Experiment has been penned twice. The name I don't know how to pronounce has been not penned at all. And the Paris has been penned... never. Okay. Now I'm not quite sure how to handle this, because if the last ship retreats, does that count as a win? Oh. I don't think it's gonna matter, actually. Yeah, no, it really did not matter. I was like, well, what happens if the ship runs away? It did not matter. I in fact did not need to ask that question. Yeah, that was on AI control, so maybe Ulairi will be able to do something. And when he controls his fleet, but yeah, I've tested these in AI control. They are so powerful. Okay, it's damage dealt. Yeah, it's our 5 ships. And then it's not even close in damage dealt. Our lowest was 39,000 and their highest was 4.9, not even 5,000 damage. I'm assuming in torpedo hits. Yeah, 1 torpedo hit and a couple of partials. Oh man. Okay, what was the most damage received? And then we're in the bottom 5 because we had such high armor. Our top most damage taken was 5.1 and theirs was 35k. The poor destroyer got absolutely obliterated. Man, it's too easy, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the Ulairi ships up close now, since I was unable to identify any of them before they were all obliterated and eviscerated. Oops. So 1914. So here are the ships. Tashario with the 13.3 inch guns. Is it going to show me the penetration chart? Let's see. Yeah, I mean 18.3 inches was pretty good, and it would have penned if it would have hit, but it did not hit. You did put a bunch into speed. That's kind of what I figured, is around 26, 25 maybe. Range wasn't great. Actually, you might have gone into low fuel if the battle had gone on for any longer. Let's see, cramp quarters. I'm sure that didn't help at all. And then let's look at, yeah, 12 inches of main belt did not help you whatsoever. You technically had more main guns, because that's 16. No, that's 12. No, that's the same amount of yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Same amount of guns, about the same caliber too. A little bigger, but it didn't really matter because we fired faster. So because our guns had 30-second reload, theirs has like a minute reload. So we fired faster, more accurately, and they could not deal with it. They did not have any armor. 4.5 belts, it's so heavy, despite it being like nothing. And your actual main belt, which is your whole citadel, has like no armor. Yikes, a lot of deck armor. I'm wondering if you were trying to go for a sniper build, but it doesn't look like it. Also, you didn't have a radio. This does give you more gun aiming speed. I guess it doesn't give you that much. But I gave my guys a radio. Oh, you didn't even give yourself reloading. Or gun turning. What the heck? Were you just going for speed? It did not help you, Ulairi. I'm so sorry. No anti-torpedo, no citadel. No citadel is probably what killed you. Yeah, that's probably what killed you. I mean, maybe you were banking on overpens, but yeah, that did not happen. Let's check out the battle cruiser. Has the same gun layout. I think same amount of guns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, only 10 13.3 inch guns, and then way less penetration because I'm assuming nose fuse semi instead of probably capped on the Cachadio. Probably had cap ballistic. I didn't check. Range is a little better. Speed's pretty good. Yeah, that's what I expected. 33 knots. Oh, you know what? He promised not to have the same amount of speed. He lied. How dare he? However, it did not matter, his ships got obliterated. Absolutely eviscerated. And then, yeah, armor was not going to protect you at all. You might as well just click 0, for all the protection it was going to do against my insane guns. Heavy cruisers and light cruisers, I really didn't care. I mean, you pretty much did what exactly I was thinking. You know, torpedoes. I didn't think 29 knots is very impressive, though. Most ships in this time period don't get more than well, I think 20 knots is about as high as most ships go. This ship goes, yeah, 20 knots, so you must have sacrificed a lot for that speed. You don't have a lot of armor. Your guns are, yeah, you really don't have any guns either. It's just a lot of torpedoes and some speed. Again, no citadel, no reloading, no gun turning. I mean, yeah, it basically was just a torpedo platform. A light cruiser, a little bit more survivable at 30 knots of speed. And all these ships with maximum bulk gas. It's kind of funny how much it did not help. Like, no armor. A bit of hydro. And then that's about it. Yeah, just a couple torpedoes. And finally the destroyers, which appeared, got destroyed, and were never seen again. A couple torpedoes, some guns. This is basically the destroyer that yeah, you have to use because you only get one design. 42 knots is insane. Did not help you in the slightest. Did not help you in the slightest. No armor. That's basically what a destroyer should have anyways. You know, relying on overpens, but did not matter. Yeah, it was just too much to handle. Where's my ship? BroSilly's experiment. I am now firmly a believer in a single barrel spam of main guns. They shot every small ship instantly, while the big ships got immediately penned. Speed? I always used to think speed was a great way not to get hit. Turns out, it's not. So anyways, yeah. Thanks so much for watching, and go check out Ulairi's POV on him dealing with my ships on AI. And go watch everyone else's as well, because I'm sure they were quite entertaining to play and watch. So, see you guys later. Bye.